Hello and thanks again for joining me for another episode of The Planet Crafter. So we are ticking up, we're almost at Breathable Atmosphere, which means that O2 is no longer going to be an issue. So I've been doing a bit of running around, trying to get ready for this episode. My base here is a mess. I really need to sort out all these containers and sort something else out. But I put this here temporarily and it's been making some rocket engines, which we're going to use pretty soon. What we're going to do first, we're going to have a look at the teleporter. Now, the teleporter needs 3 pulsar quartz, a super alloy rod, an osmium and a zeolite. But you need to double that essentially, because one teleporter by itself is useless. So we will pop one up, and this can go inside or outside, but it is rather large, so put mine outside, and you name it up here. So we're just going to call this one home. But in order to use it, you need another teleporter at the location where you're going to be teleporting to. And I've already built a few around the map. So if you click on here, it comes up with a list of where your other teleporters are. So we've got one in the uranium cave. And this is my uranium setup here. So I've got 4 of the extractors going here. I'm going to pull out everything that's not uranium at the moment. Run up here and grab what I can out of this. And I'm probably not going to have room for it all, but the teleporter, it's easy to make an extra trip. So, yep, that's a full load, and we've still got a 4th one there. Now, I've got a little living compartment up above them, and that is making uranium rods. My uranium rods back at home, I've got a full container, so I'm not too fussed about that. So the next place we're going to go is to the aluminium field, and this is rather close to home, so a lot of people don't really, if they've built over here, they don't really bother putting one here. But the reason I put one here, because this is my super alloy rod generator. And so I have, this is on the edge of the aluminium fields. So I have 2 here that are doing aluminium. And I have 2 here just doing the normal stuff. And that creates everything needed to make super alloys and then to turn them into rods. So I just come back here with all of the unwanted stuff from the other mines, and I dump it in there. So we're not going to bother going to the rest of them. So we'll go back home. And yeah, I'm not really thirsty, but let's see. I will just take a drink just so I don't forget. Alright. So I've been sequencing a few tree seeds, and we're going to go and plant some tree spreaders. With the tier 2s, I mean, we're going to be unlocking tier 3s pretty soon. But I figured we may as well do these. I went and deconstructed the tier 1 that I had. I only had 1 tree spreader so far. And we are going to go and put these out in the desert. Up on those hills over there. Away from everything, because trees take up a lot of space and they grow inside your buildings and cause a lot of stuff. So I'm going to put these out where nothing's really happening. You can see up here I did I've added a few more drills up here as well on my drill hill. So, but I'm going to cruise on behind there and I'll see you when we get there. Okay, so we're out in the desert on the sand hills here, and I'm going to plunk down, where is it? T2 tree spreader. Pop a tree in there. I don't have a lot of very good trees just yet. I've been neglecting doing a lot of sequencing. Let's see. Let's put one over here. We'll put it down here, I guess. That'll do. Pop that tree in. Maybe put one up here. And when these grow, we should be able to see them from home. Let's pop that one up there. Pop that tree in. And we'll do 2 more. Figure like not a lot of stuff happens over here, so figured we may as well put some trees in here. And that should help with our plants and the biomass and our oxygen. Pop that one in, and we got one more. And I guess we'll pop that up here. Okay, so I'll cruise on back home and I'll see you when we get home. Okay, so back home, and now it's time to do some rockets. I'm going to send up a couple of the pressure ones first. And I've got all the stuff ready here. So we're going to pop up here and send off 4 of them. Because I want to unlock that drill, the T3 extractor. So that's this one. Alright. Now I didn't realise you could hold down control. Because if you build one, it only lets you build one, then you have to launch it, or you have to wait for a bit before it'll let you build another one. If you hold down control, you can do about 3 or 4 at a time. Well, it did all 4, so, and then you can launch them all off at the same time, and then they go even more haywire than before. Okay, so now we're gonna do a few more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Send off 4 of the other ones, so that's cobalt. And we need 2 super alloys each for that. Okay. Get up there with the jetpack. Probably could have if I took a long enough run. So I do need to sort out the base a little bit. And you can actually see when I took out the biodome before and we relocated that, it left the beacon up in the air there. So, okay. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Send all them off. Okay. So now, let's see. I have 9 each of those two. So we need some more plant rockets. Let's have a look at what that needs. Had a look what was up here before. Okay. So, lermers, bark, and fertilizer. I'm going to need some more super alloy as well. Yeah, one spot that I don't have a teleporter yet is down here in the super alloy cave. So I do have that mining super alloy down here as well. I only have one miner in there, I think. But I have that in there because that's, you know, it gives me a supply of super alloy where the one in the aluminum field is turning those into rods. And sometimes we need some that's not turned into rods. So I do still use this cave. Let's see what's in here. A few things in here. So I'll take these back home and I'll drop off all the excess back at the aluminum mine. I'll pick up some more from there, so I'll see you when we get there. Okay, so dropped off all the excess in here. Should be some more in here. We'll take those and we will cruise on back. Use the teleporter. Cruise back home. Alrighty, so lermers. Let's see, we've got a ton. Alright, I don't need all these super alloy on me. Let's see, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. See if we can do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to take them out of there just yet. 2, 3, 4, because I don't want them to use up all my super alloy. And what else do we need? Bark. 2 out of there. And 2 out of there. I think that's all we need. So actually I probably should have set off the plant ones first, because then that would give it time for all the rubble to clear so we could go and collect up the uranium and oh, we didn't get the fertilizer. Okay. Would have given it time for the rubble so we can get to the uranium and the iridium a bit quicker. Now I do have visor here. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Okay. Alrighty, so I'll send off 4 of these guys. One, 2, 3, 4 of them. And these ones don't bring down any asteroids, they just put a bunch of green stuff in the air. Which is not good if you have allergies. Never gets old. Never gets old. Okay. So let's see. So we got 6. How far are we now? Oh, we've crossed into Breathable Atmosphere. Almost. We will. There we go. We no longer need oxygen, and now we've got our tree spreader 3. So let's dump the oxygen. Okay. Alrighty. So, what does the tree spreader 3 need? Let's just take off our chip so we can have a look and compare them. So that superalloy, bacteria, bark, fertilizer T2, and zeolite. So it's pretty much exactly the same, except it needs an extra fertilizer each. Not this one. We'll look in the power thing. So we've got 5. So if I go and grab another 5 T2 fertilizers, which I need to sort out this, they're in random places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So pop that back on. Alrighty. Let's cruise back to our trees and see if we can see them growing. We're not going to see them through all the storms, but we'll cruise over there and I'll see you when we get there. Okay, so we've got our tree spreaders up here. We are going to pull that out, deconstruct that one, put in the number 3, pop the tree back in. Let's go and do this one up here. Need to take the tree out before we can deconstruct it. There we go. Pop that back in. Alright. Let's do the rest of them. Pop that out. Deconstruct that. Swap that over. Put that in. And the other 2 over there. So I'll go and do those and we'll go back to base and I'll see you when we get home. Okay, so we're not quite home yet. There's our tree spreaders up there, and I did stop and pick up a bit of this uranium, and I'll probably pick some of that up before we go home. But we have a flower here out in the wild, a Volnus, so we'll grab that. That one's got a 500% multiplier, which is pretty nice. So alrighty, I'm going to pick up some of that other uranium and iridium that's laying around on the way back home, and I'll see you in just a moment. Okay, so I picked up a ton of iridium from the meteors, and we're just going to come in here and we're just going to shove all of that in there, and take those, and that'll start using all them up and turning them into rods. It's using the ones that are in the miners first, but we'll take those back, and there's still a ton more stuff out here to collect. Still a ton of uranium, so we've got a full locker of uranium, but they will get used up as we build more rocket engines in here. That's waiting on iridium rods though. So once we pop these in here, that's going to start making some more rocket engines. So now we can pop uranium in here. Okay, so I'm going to continue collecting up the rest of the stuff that's out here. There is still quite a bit of stuff to collect, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so picked up most of the stuff. There's still one or two bits. I think there's a bit of iridium down there, some uranium over there somewhere. But basically all the stuff from that meteor shower was enough to make another half a locker full of rocket engines. So we are going to send some more rockets. So we're going to send one of these. And send another one of them. We'll send another plant rocket. And I didn't get enough super. That one. Okay. So let's go have a look. So we now have 10 each of those. So if we do 3 more plants rockets and more seed rockets. Okay, let's get some more bark. More fertilizer. Super alloy. Send off 3 of the plants rockets first, and then we'll have to go get some more super alloy. That one, we didn't get our Alrighty. Lermas. 1, 2, 3. And we've got some lermas in our... Geez. Got some lermas in our grass spreaders up on the hill if we need to take those out. Let's get these launched. Okay, so let's see here. All right. Okay. Alrighty, so I'll go gather up some more stuff for some seed rockets, and I'll be back in a mo. Alrighty, so we should be able to send these off. Oh, I forgot the bark. Hang on. Okay, let's try that again. Let's send off a few of these. There are trees off in the distance over there. Alrighty. So, ow. Ooh, ow. Bit of fall damage there. That almost killed me. So, we need to do some reorganizing of the base here. And we just unlocked an osmium rod. Okay. That is... don't think they had them last time I played. It just takes a bunch of osmium. Okay, well, we can set up an autocrafter down at our osmium mine. What do we need? Autocrafter. Two osmium and a super alloy rod. Easy. Won't even need to take the osmium. I think I can turn that off for the time being. Okay, so let's pop out here quickly and go to the osmium cave, where I have a ton of osmium already in here. So let's pop one of these. Need the osmium. Pop one of them here. Hit it in the corner there. That is a purple scott. Alright, so we can set that one up to make osmium rods. And I'm just going to pop out here and see if that's a zeolite. Not a zeolite. See if that's a pulsar quartz meteor. No. May have been. Seemed very pink in there. Maybe that was just a glow from the teleporter. But, alright. Let's head back and have a look at our screens. We'll take a few pieces of osmium with me. We'll take these rods with us anyway. They're already done a bunch. I should probably actually just clear out the clutter out of here. Let's just zoom home. And our doorway's all blocked up. Alright. So, already we are 10% towards fish. And I don't know how fish work. So I did not have fish last time. Let's see what's going on in here. Pressure is at 12. So we're very close to unlocking the T3 ore extractor. Everything's done in heat. And we've got a water life collector. Still got a bit to go for that one. So that needs the oxygen. And we're not too far off the fusion energy cell, which will let us get into those locked up compartments in the wrecks. And then the drone stations are coming up next, which will be some fun. But I will probably send up a few more rockets. At least a few more seed rockets. And then I've got to think about sorting out this base because it's a mess. All of the... I've got random containers everywhere. I've got rocket engines here. I've got rocket engines over here. Nothing's in any real order. I've got, you know, T2 fertilizer here and T1 fertilizer over here. So I need to do some major sorting out over here. I'm wondering if we even... do we even need this biolab here anymore? Seeing as... I mean, everything's pretty much just being auto-crafted. So maybe we'll take this out. Yeah, don't know. I think what I might do, next episode we might build a new base somewhere else. I'm thinking, well, maybe we should build a base over by the by the super alloy, or the aluminium field over there, where we're producing all our super alloy, because we always come back to there whenever we go to any of our other mines. We're coming back to the aluminum field to drop off all the excess stuff into our autocrafters there, which you know, are making quite a number of super alloy rods for us. So maybe we set up a new base, and then once we got that set up, we can pull most of this down. But also, quite a few episodes ago, in between episodes, I moved this screen over to here. I haven't looked at this for a bit, but because I had that up on the wall over there, and it was a bit hard to sort of get an angle to get a good view at it. So there we go, and that is ticking up. Already 10% into fish. But that is going to do it for this episode. If you did enjoy this episode, please leave me a like or a comment down below. If you'd like to see more, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.